Oh, by the way, for the people that eat steak, do you use A1 sauce, yes or no? I will die on the hill of A1 sauce being terrible. A1 sauce is so bad. Tootie eats it with her steak. And I take the time sometimes, like a lot of the time, to make the steak. And she just dunks it in A1 sauce. If you have to dip steak into a sauce, then the steak isn't good enough. Wait. Then you're just eating bad steak. Wait, does that mean my steak's bad? When's the new Jurassic Park? Dude, I don't know. But all I do know is that there's a Jurassic Park video game coming out, I think next year, and I'm so excited. It's like a Jurassic Park horror game, and it's next year, I think. And man, there's so many crazy games coming out, chat, especially towards the end of this year, that we're all going to play together. It's going to be great. This is a series we started recently, okay? We've always done reactions, but I always felt it would be fun to do a massive reaction segment where we have ghost videos, true crime, you know, even we're going to toss in some scary short films. That's going to happen at some point as well. Welcome to the second official KingWoolz reacts to scary videos. I love you guys. Thank you for the support on the first one. Insane. I didn't expect that, and I'm really grateful because it's really fun. Without further ado, I say we just jump right into the first one we got today, man. It is one that came out about a week and a half ago. Okay, so we're a little late on this, so lock in. This is a new video from Nuke's Top 5, okay? 10 scary videos that are insane. Now, if these aren't insane, we're going to have to write an angry email. And I don't want to have to do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, if there's ever a time to grab a snack, grab a drink, and do what you got to do, and get ready for this, and lay back on your couch and enjoy. We're all going to watch this together, and I'll see y'all on the other side. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know I'm ready. I hope you guys are ready. Vader, are you ready?
Yes, master.
10 scary videos that are insane.
A woman named Natalie who lives in the UK with her family says that lately strange things have been happening in their home.
Okay.
Natalie says that recently they've been doing renovations in their older house, and she believes that all of the activity might have disturbed something in the home. Something dark and sinister. One night while her son is sleeping, this happens.
Oh, we saw this one. Dude, this one's... Okay. This one is easily faked because of how it's sped up, chat. Remember how it looks fast forwarded and then like 2x speed? And then his pillow looked really... Yeah, I don't know, man. We already saw this one. I just think that one's really fake. Let's just skip it. How about that? Let's skip it.
Who or what pulled the boy's leg? You decide. Reality check. Now, before we start with this video, it needs a little bit of explanation.
Oh.
So the Quest 3 VR headset has a mixed reality mode where it can scan your room, including all furniture.
Hey, type 1 if you have a VR headset. And if you do have a VR headset, do you use it often? When I first got a VR headset, I used it so much the first couple weeks and then never touched it. I'm not sure why that's the case. I think it's just like a little inconvenient and uncomfortable to have on your head. I feel like when they make them more comfortable and it's turned into like glasses form or something, it's that's when I think I'll get a little hooked on it, dude. But I used to play like VR poker with my homies. I used to do VR mini golf, like mini putt-putt. That was so much fun, chat. So it has its perks, but then also, I don't know, I haven't touched it in a while. But this mixed reality is really, really scary in my opinion.
And it will actually project your game onto the walls,
like,
ceiling, and furniture of your own house. This tech uses infrared light and depth sensors to only detect things in the room, and it's actually very accurate. So Reddit user Moki is playing a kid's game called First Encounter, where you shoot at puffy little aliens that virtually run around your house.
Okay.
But her Quest VR headset is picking up something very strange in her home.
Oh, God. No, that's weird. Nah, that would be so scary. Hey, but the good thing is, just take the headset off and then no more. It's not really like scary anymore, I think. That would be horrifying though.
Now again, it bears mentioning that Moki is playing a kid's game. This is not a ghost game, and whatever that is should not be there. The Quest VR headset has detected
weird.
something very strange in her hallway. Something shadowy that looks like a man standing there in a dark hood or robe. So just what do you think that her VR headset was picking up?
Bro, she got
Let me know.
She got the Grim Reaper
The
on
Midnight
VR.
Messenger. Jennifer is taking care of her elderly mother who is critically ill.
Oh,
One
no.
night, she sees something on her mother's bedroom video monitor that gives her goosebumps.
Oh no.
Okay.
Did you hear it? In the middle of the night, a quiet little female voice seems to whisper, "Come."
What?
And the elderly woman seems to raise her hands and responds, "Okay." Then again, we hear the quiet little voice clearly say, "Mama."
Okay.
Oh God.
The woman's daughter Jennifer says that she believes that this is the voice of her sister who passed away in 2007.
Oh, that's okay. I was gonna say, like, of course it's creepy, but the fact that they actually have, like, she has a sister that passed away makes it even crazier. Damn. Okay. I don't know. The whispering voice, I think I heard the mama part, but the come part was like kind of hard to make out.
She believes that her sister is there to comfort their mom as she passes over to the other side.
Okay, that's so scary. That's so sad.
By the way, Jennifer's family has recently had a lot of bad news, with both her elderly father and mother sadly becoming critically ill. If you'd like to help them, you can check out their GoFundMe at this link, which you can also find down in the video description.
What the hell, man?
Scratching the surface. Tara Rule says that as a child, she lived in a haunted house. She says that as she grew up, she believes that some strange paranormal entity from the house attached itself to her.
Oh,
I'm going to tell you a ghost story. It's a true ghost story. And I believe that whatever it is has followed me.
Okay.
Tara says that she often finds all of the cabinets in her kitchen open. She also says that her cat sometimes seems spooked and will actually just hide for no reason.
Bro.
But Tara says that lately, things in her house have started to get even spookier.
I'm on the phone with my stepdad today, right? And he goes, "Who's there with you?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Who's there with you?" I was like, "No one, why?" And he's like, "Who's that guy talking?"
What?
I'm like, "I'm here completely alone. What do you mean?" He's like, "There's a man talking, like just as loud as you right now." And I was like, "I don't hear anything." And then he said it stopped.
But it gets even weirder, because you see, recently scratches have started to form on Tara's windows, but not on the inside. Tara has noticed that there are now strange deep scratches on the outside of the windows of her apartment on the second floor.
So bad news, there's new scratches. Again, these are on the
Weird.
outside.
Weird. Okay, there was also something in one of my old houses, guys, where you can't really explain it, but on one of the windows, there were like these baby handprints that just showed up. And I still don't know where they came from, but there were like baby like handprints in the dust, chat. No, not raccoon. They were like child's hands, children. So, I don't know. Guys, have you ever had like a paranormal experience, yes or no, in your own house?
The windows, and I'm on the second floor. You can tell me what you think it says.
I see a lot of yeses. Those are scratches? Oh, God. That's so weird.
I don't know what it says, but It looks like it's like 4 letters, maybe.
Okay.
Again, this is on the outside of the window, you can see. 2nd floor. But I'll show you, these are definitely on the outside of the window, because I can wipe and wipe and wipe and they're
I can't believe this happened on
100%
camera.
outside. The only other like weird-ish thing to note is I've been hearing like loud noises.
Did she notice it? Okay.
Am I f***ing? That's Jackie. Oh my god, thank god.
I don't know, chat. I don't know how to feel about this. It's interesting. I mean, does anything else happen here? No way a drawer just opens, right? Oh.
Oh my god, Jackie!
Bro, come on!
I'm sorry, dude. You just scared the holy out of me.
As Tara is showing the new scratches that have formed on her windows, she actually manages to
It's always a cat, bro. It's always the chonk. Come on,
capture one of the
man.
kitchen cabinets opening all on its own. Understandably, she is a bit freaked out. To this day, Tara Rule still experiences strange activity in her apartment, and she found new scratches on her windows just days ago.
All right.
If you see something that you think would be
I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that one. It's just like hard to say sometimes, guys.
Top 5 official, because there are a lot of fake accounts on there. The other side. Brother and sister Josh and Crystal are doing a paranormal investigation at the notoriously haunted Hotel del Coronado in San Diego, California.
Okay.
The old hotel opened in 1888, and over the last 137 years, workers and visitors at the hotel claim to have witnessed multiple paranormal incidents and sightings. There are constant reports of lights flickering, televisions turning on and off, and things flying off shelves.
Okay.
Josh and Crystal see something in a side room and try to catch it on film. It doesn't really work, but they do catch something even creepier.
It's okay. I can see you.
Oh my. All that intro to a video we've seen before. Are you dude, I was locked in. Come on.
The old Hotel del Coronado? As always, you decide.
God.
Give me shelter.
All right.
YouTuber Tyson Pierce has a channel dedicated
puppy.
to travel, the outdoors, and basic survival in nature. But on one fateful day, all of his training is put to the ultimate test when something happens that is absolutely terrifying.
Okay,
Tyson is out
not
in the
in the
middle
woods.
of nowhere in Hawkesbury, Ontario, Canada, building what he calls a Viking turf house survival hut. Tagging along with him to help are his younger brother and his friend. The guys are about halfway through building the Viking hut when suddenly an urgent weather warning comes through on Tyson's phone.
Environment Canada has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. Mobile coverage area, take cover immediately if threatening.
But he and the boys are in the middle of nowhere with no time to get out
Oh
of there.
God.
Now, before I show this in accordance with YouTube rules, let me note that absolutely no one was hurt in this video.
Okay.
But this frightening scene is what happened as the storm rolled in.
Oh, bleep.
What the hell?
What?
Holy sh**.
I'm going.
Oh, je pense qu'il y a une tornade.
No, we got one.
Wait,
On
what?
peut pas se sauver, c'est direct là. Check.
A tornado?
Check.
Qu'est-ce qu'on fait?
Elle s'en vient, reste en dedans.
Non, non, non.
En dedans, en dedans. Non, on peut pas, il est trop tard. En dedans. Reste en dessous.
Yo.
Tornado! Tornado! Stay low! Stay low! Stay low! Stay low! Stay! Stay! Stay low!
Yo.
Is it leaving?
No! Stay! Stay! Stay low, buddy! Stay.
Hey, buddy, pick a spot here.
Stay.
Oh my God.
Stay. In this small ball. Stay low. No, we're good.
No, we're dying.
No, stay.
Okay. Kid, are you kidding me? You're gonna say that in the middle of this? We're dying. Okay, well, you can go outside then. Are you kidding me, bro? That is the last thing you should say in this situation. This is like crazy. Because, I mean, obviously, I love like fully real videos like this.
Oh my God. Tice.
Stay,
Miguel.
Stay.
Wait, where is the dog?
Holy f***.
Please don't make me.
She good, only good.
But sir,
Yo, honestly, shout out Matt Davis for dropping 10 gifted subs, by the way, right now. Let me get some W spammed up, man. Thank you. But shout out to these guys for making a structure that did not fly away. This thing stood through a tornado. Look at these. There's trees ripped out of the ground. And their structure did not move.
Sir.
Please, God, please.
God, s'il vous plaît. Oh my God, no.
Never mind. Wait.
Stay.
Spoke too soon?
Holy f***. Stay. Please, God, please.
God, please.
Stay good, on it good.
Hold on, does the structure stay?
On it good. On est carré, guys, on est good. S'il vous plaît.
Now again, let me repeat that in accordance with YouTube rules, none of these guys were hurt. Because of the amazing stability of Tyson's shelter, everyone survived and made it out without a scrape. Tyson returns a few days after the storm to check out his shelter and the surrounding woods.
That's my cabin.
Dude!
2 trees. 2.
Wow.
That's my cabin right there. That is insane.
What a structure, bro.
Snap. I need to clear the trees.
Wait. I don't think the dog is in this video. I think the dog was in the earlier one. That was a different video because I didn't see the kids in that one. That's what I want to believe. Or the dog became a bird. So...
Snap there as well.
The trees around the shelter have been uprooted.
I don't think there's a dog
here. But the shelter is still there. The guys are even able to find their bikes buried under one of the downed trees.
Damn.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God, no way. Our bikes are good. Wow.
That one's insane, guys. Wow.
Our bikes are good.
Who is this?
So Tyson's amazing nature shelter actually saved their lives. He considers it a blessing that they were all able to escape without injury.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
The night visitor.
Okay.
In the city of Gwalior in India, something very strange has been happening. Multiple people have recorded CCTV footage of a strange woman wrapped head to toe in traditional Indian clothing who seems to roam the streets late at night ringing random doorbells before just vanishing without a trace.
What?
It is said that animals react strangely to the woman, often running in fear. On one late night, a family in Gwalior records the woman walking down their street.
Okay. Why does she do this? That's kind of eerie. She walks around late at night?
अब देखो तो आई देखो चेहरा दिख रहा है इसमें बिल्कुल साफ नहीं आ रहा है देखो आगे बैक कर भाई कुत्ते को नक लग रही है भैया देखो यहाँ पे हां
A bull in the alley runs away in fear as the woman approaches. And then as she rings one of the doorbells, her arm seems to stretch in a bizarre, inhuman way. Now, no one
that
knows
was
who
kinda
the woman
weird.
is or why she repeats.
That's got to just be a camera glitch, though, bro. There's no way her arm. Wait.
Arm seems to stretch in a bizarre.
Damn, long ass arm. Mr. Fantastic. What?
Night. Some residents of the town believe that she might be some sort of spirit, especially since police have been called multiple times to the scene. But when they arrive, the woman can never be found.
Weird.
Just outside your window.
No. Okay, if you're new here, okay, if you've never seen a stream, if you've never seen a video, if you're brand new, I hate windows. I don't know what created this fear for me. I have no idea. But dark windows, like in the kitchen or even the bedroom window, of course, if it's on the first floor, I don't like the thought of a face being on the other side of a window, bro. And I don't know what created that. I don't know if it was some kind of movie scene I saw when I was younger. I don't know if it was a video that my mom accidentally showed me or something. But it's literally a serious fear for me. So, glass sliding doors in the dining room. Yeah, just the thought of someone standing or just seeing a figure on the other side of a glass door freaks me out. So, anything that's titled this kind of I'm not looking forward to this one.
It's late one night when three brothers are asleep in their room. They wake up to a strange sound that seems to be coming from their window.
Bro. Oh, hell no. Bro, they both turned.
What was that, bro?
Nah, bro, chill, bro. Hold it down. Bro, you serious? That's a germ.
Oh, the window was open?
Bro, it's coming from like there. Bro, but it's hot. No, germ. I don't care. No. No.
What happened?
The boys have the fright of their life as they hear and see someone or something looking into their window.
Oh,
And they
hell
run
no,
from the room
dude.
screaming.
That's what I'm talking about. This guy's reaction is so valid out of the room, bro. This guy feels safe because he's like tucked in the corner. You guys can't even see him. See that guy? He's tucked in the corner, bro. He's chilling. This guy's in a horrible spot, though. You know? But that's my fear right there, dude.
Unfortunately, the clip was posted without a source, so we just have to wonder what they saw.
It's got to be a prank.
And even scarier, we have to worry that these shaky bunk beds will someday come crashing down and crush that guy on the bottom
Probably,
bunk.
dude.
Oh no. 8 lives. This next video was sent in by hundreds of Nuke's Top 5 viewers, but unfortunately, no one had a link to the original source. So the story goes that the owner's cat had recently
Chunk!
passed away, but they believed that her ghost was haunting
look
her
at the
old play
chunk!
cat tower. They
Yes.
claim they set up a camera and caught this spooky footage.
Our kitty, Mina. Oh, no. What? Oh, man. Let me get an RIP. That just made me sad. That just...
Spooky footage.
Bro. What? The hell was that noise? Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me, bro. I was buying it. All right, I was buying it when the ball went around the thing. Scary ass sounds. It does not sound like a cat. It sounds like a man screaming in the distance, first of all. Second of all, bro, we believe her spirit is still with us. Here's a super transparent cat video that was edited in on top. Bro, get out of here. There's no way, right?
Now, I have no source on this video, and I'm certainly not saying it's a quote-unquote real video of a ghost cat, but it's definitely kind of creepy.
I mean, it was like decently done. I'm not going to say like they did a horrible job editing that. Like it looked like it came out of this. So I don't know. But chat, dogs go to heaven. Do cats go to heaven? Because if cats go to heaven, then that means all animals probably go. Like, there's no way it's just dogs and cats. So, are you telling me that I'm going to see a giraffe in heaven? I don't know. Something to think about, Chad.
And some animal lovers say that they actually find the video very comforting. But let me know what you think.
Dude, that's sick. If there's a giraffe in heaven, bro, I definitely want a pet giraffe for sure.
Videos. So, as usual, these are videos that were sent in that didn't really fit in the rest of the list. They're either a bit silly, a bit funny, or just kind of weird.
Okay.
So, Kaylee Shreve is working her shift at a Victoria's Secret store, and she goes to take a restroom break. But things start to get very weird.
It's going to be the horniest ghost we've ever seen.
The dryer just turned on by itself. And that's how far, like, this is how far away I am from it. Turn on again if there's somebody here with me. I will shit on myself while I'm not even wiping my ass.
Now that was truly disturbing. And let's hope that one of Kaylee's coworkers had a wet wipe or something.
I will shit on myself while I'm not even wiping my ass.
Next up,
that's
TikToker
reasonable.
RCA is exploring an old abandoned house that is said to be haunted. He encounters something lurking in the decaying house that shocks him to his core.
When you're exploring the house of the grounds of abandoned metal asylum and think you hear a noise.
What the
Oh!
What the
What the hell is that? Is that turkey? Okay. Oh, it's a vulture?
It's only a black vulture, but these birds usually feed off dead things.
True.
So what if there's something dead in that? No, there's probably not. There's probably nothing in there. Anyway, and finally, there's nothing worse than when you rent a nice Airbnb and the owner decides to drop by to say hello.
Oh.
Especially if they...
Hey. If I'm staying in your Airbnb, all right, please stay the fuck away. Just let me stay in it. I'll clean it up. I'll take care of it. Don't visit me. Thanks.
Drop by like this.
What the hell?
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah.
You're the people that I let the house to, right?
Yeah.
You're here on holiday?
Yeah. Who are you?
Well, I own the house. I'm Richard.
What are you doing?
What?
What open it? Yeah. Is that a?
I was thinking about going and having a shower now.
Where's your dress?
I just realized he doesn't have pants on. Wait. What could he possibly be doing in there? In that secret room? Bro, immediately I'm checking the house for cameras, because if he's got no pants on in a secret room, my mind starts going into weird areas, right?
Where's your trousers?
If it's not inconvenient right now, I'd like to use the bathroom.
Excuse me, we've rented this house from you.
Yeah, well, any problems?
No, there's no problems, mate. Just like...
With the house?
Well, yeah, I'm happy with the house, but like, what are you doing here?
I live here. Look.
Okay, but like, what are you doing, mate? Where's my privacy?
No, but
so hold a minute, yeah. Whilst we're sleeping, yeah, you're going out in the kitchen.
Yeah, well, I've got to put my dirty plates out there.
Oh, hell no, bro.
Are you just in a jail in there? Where's your clothes gone? Where's your clothes?
They're in the washing machine.
Okay, dude, are you serious? What a weird situation, first of all. Have you guys ever had like a really creepy Airbnb experience? So I'm gonna knock on wood because I haven't had like a really like horrible Airbnb experience, bro, but I don't know, man. I've heard horror stories for sure. And I feel like I know people that have had weird experiences. But it's like, dude, if I'm renting from you, just leave me alone, okay? Don't like come randomly visit me, dude. It's weird. Where can we send you haunted videos? So, that's actually a great question, okay? I'm going to keep this in the YouTube video too, man. We have a Discord, okay, where you can put videos in this spooky videos section. All right? So we have people sending crew crime. We have people sending crew crime videos, okay? We also got people who sending tornado sirens in downtown Chicago. We have any place where you can send any scary videos. Dude, I saw this. Hold on. Can we watch this real quick? Chat, listen to this, bro. Hold on. Scary screams heard in Canadian forest. People say Bigfoot. Listen to this shit. I don't know if you guys have heard this yet. What could that be? If I heard that, what are people saying in the comments? Sounds like a bear stepped on a piece of Lego. Okay. You guys are just so unserious. Bigfoot stole some chilies from someone's garden. Okay. Holy cow. Could you imagine walking down the road in the evening because your vehicle broken down? Okay. Sasquatch mating call. That was my son crying for his iPad. For creatures that are rarely seen, Sasquatches sure do scream loud and often. Guys, I don't know if I believe in Bigfoot, bro. I believe in a lot of, like, those crazy urban legends and, like, stories and mythical creatures. But I don't know if I believe in Bigfoot, chat. I don't think Bigfoot's real. I genuinely don't. That one's, like, weird. Like, we definitely would have seen him by now. Or one of them. But this sounds like him. So, if there was a Bigfoot, this is what he would sound like. Anyways, chat, next one. All right, that was decent. I mean, that was okay. Shout out Nukes. I've definitely seen better. I'm gonna be honest, chat. I've seen better Nukes videos for sure. Next video we have. All right, I told you guys this one's gonna be probably pretty creepy and pretty disturbing. I don't really know what to expect, but I know the creator is amazing. Okay, shout out Chilling Scares. This next one we got is 5 most disturbing audio recordings. Okay, brace yourselves, because in my opinion, a lot of times audio is scarier than an actual video, because it's really easy to tell when a video is faked. But audio, I don't know, man. Not a lot of people go out of their ways to fake audio, unless it's like some, I don't know. Unless it's Bigfoot. So here we go. 5 most disturbing audio recordings. Let's listen.
On the morning of January 2nd, 1978, a woman in California received a call asking for someone named Ray. She didn't know anyone by that name, so she simply told the caller they had the wrong number and hung up.
Okay.
Back then, callers had to manually enter each digit of the number they wanted to call in a rotary phone, and accidentally entering the wrong number was a common mistake. So, she didn't think much of this and moved on with her day. However, things took a horrifying turn that evening when she received another call from the same person. And what she heard on the other end of this audio call was extremely disturbing.
What?
Hello? Hello?
Oh no. Yo,
The man who was politely asking to speak with someone named Ray earlier was now threatening to end her life. What's worse is that this audio call wasn't a baseless threat or a troll. The person calling was later found out to be the Golden State Killer, one of the most infamous serial killers in US history. He terrorized California for over a decade, from 1974 to 1986, and operated across multiple counties, including Sacramento, Ventura, Santa Barbara, and Orange County. What made him more terrifying than most other serial killers was just how precise and thorough he was. Instead of committing the crime whenever he got the chance, he would often plan months in advance. He would stalk his victims, learning everything about their daily lives and routines to find the right opportunity. This also included surveying the area around their home to plan escape routes. Sometimes he would break into his victims' homes beforehand to unlock windows, unload guns, and plant the gear he was later going to use for the crime. He would also call his future victims many times leading up to the crime and threaten them, similar to the call you heard.
Wait, so did Ray end up dead? Or was this like, was he caught before he could commit the crime?
Earlier. This was all a part of his act, with these calls serving as a way for him to mentally torment his victims ahead of time.
That is horrifying, bro.
When he eventually broke into their home for the last time, he would often tie them up and make himself at home, even cooking in their kitchen on occasion. Put simply, he was extremely confident in his planning, and unfortunately it worked. By the end of 1986, he had broken into different homes over 120 times, and in more than 64 victims, 3 of which were children. However, despite the authorities having tons of evidence against him, like fingerprints, footprints, masks, multiple rings, and many different sketches from witnesses, nothing led to a name. He would even call and taunt the police and families of his victims, daring them to catch him. But despite all this, the case remained cold for over 40 years.
Oh my god, wait, he wasn't even caught? Oh my god. So they know it was him, but they never caught him?
That is until the late 2010s, when a new kind of detective work changed everything. You see, investigators already had plenty of DNA evidence from the killer. However, his DNA didn't match the limited samples they had in their database. But in 2016, a very distant relative of the Golden State Killer took a DNA ancestry test through one of the companies
that's weird. We were just talking about this today, guys. This is what they do. Okay, you spit in the thing, you send it in the mail, and you get cloned. Under the ice of Antarctica.
23andMe. The DNA data from this company was aggregated by a company called GED Match. And the FBI then used this extensive database to see if any of the samples matched with the DNA evidence they had. While they didn't find the killer, they did find a match with one of his very distant relatives. This allowed them to go through the whole family tree with over 1,000 members and eventually find the person they were looking for. After 40 long years, the identity of the man behind this creepy call was finally made public. On April 24, 2018, authorities arrested then 73-year-old Joseph James D'Angelo.
Oh my god, they got him. But he's already basically dead. So it doesn't even matter. He probably didn't even give a shit.
The Golden State Killer. He was a Vietnam War veteran and an ex-police officer from the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office. Investigation of his past also revealed a chilling instance from July 1979 when he was arrested for shoplifting a hammer and dog repellent. In hindsight, it's obvious that he was going to use both of these items for one of his crimes. And the reason he tried to steal them instead of paying was because he didn't want the sale tied back to his name in any way.
Damn.
In July of 2020, Joseph pled guilty to 13 counts of murder and 13 counts of kidnapping in a plea bargain to avoid the death penalty. He was given 13 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole and is now serving his time at a California state prison. The recorded audio calls he made to his soon-to-be victims have gone down as some of the most disturbing pieces of audio ever recorded.
That's a crazy first one, Chad. Wow. Serial killer audio?
On the 1st of December 2017, Reddit user Drudagon17 made a Reddit post hoping to find an explanation for the terrifying screams he heard while on vacation. What's causing these screams? So, I'm not really sure what this is. I've had a lot of people tell me different things, but no one really knows for sure. Maybe someone here could help me shed some light.
Okay.
Alongside this, he linked to a recording of what sounded like a person screaming at the top of their lungs.
Outside of mode. That sounds...
The OP then went into detail.
Yo, that sounds like way too human-like, though. Some people are saying bobcat and like some other animals. That was like weirdly human-like. Bobcat? Everyone's saying bobcat. Hold on. Let me see what a bobcat sounds like. Bobcat. Human scream. They can do that? Okay.
Describing the circumstances surrounding these disturbing noises, reading, "Earlier in the year, I went on a long road trip across the states, mainly visiting the national parks and a few cities along the way. Towards the end of the trip, we found ourselves staying in the small town of West Yellowstone. This appeared to be an ideal base whilst we explored Yellowstone National Park. We booked into a pretty creepy but cheap motel just off the main street for a couple of nights. Me and my fiance had one room, my parents another. On the first morning there, we planned to get up early, catch the sunrise, and hopefully spot some of the local wildlife. So our alarms were set for 5 a.m. At about 4:45 a.m., I was woken by loud banging on the door, followed by crying and shouting. I instantly jumped out of my bed thinking the worst had happened. I opened the door to my mom in a state of panic, saying, "There's someone screaming, a woman screaming."
Yikes.
There, clear as day, I could hear a woman screaming.
Bro, the fact that it's right outside a motel, too, just adds to the, like, eeriness.
It sounded as though it was within 100 feet of us. Mom claimed it had been happening for the last 30 minutes. We wanted to call the police, but had no phone signal, no phones in the rooms, and we were the only people about. This, on its own, is pretty terrifying. But what made this encounter even more unnerving was what happened next, with the OP and his family having a very bizarre interaction with local law enforcement, stating, "Then, after I'd been hearing the scream for about half an hour, so roughly an hour since it started, a police officer seemed to appear out of nowhere. He started to ask questions about what we were doing and why we were up. We thought he'd come about the scream, so we quickly told him everything. He then heard the scream and sped off towards town. The screaming got less frequent and eventually stopped, so we decided to go about our day. We saw all the lovely sights of Yellowstone and even showed several park rangers the video to see if it's an animal. They all said they've not heard anything like it before. So when we got back into town that evening, we stopped into the sheriff's office to try and get some information. This was met with a lot of hostility from both the lady at reception, who eventually closed—
Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys right now, do you think it was an animal or a human? Because, dude, it sounded way too human-like, but I know there's animals that make weird sounds that sound human.
The shudder in our face and
That
the same
sounded very
officer we
human,
had seen
bro.
that morning. They both said exactly the same thing. It almost sounded like a script. "Sorry, ma'am, but that was an intoxicated woman yelling for her boyfriend." I don't quite understand how they can put that down to someone shouting at their boyfriend. I get people get really
There's
wasted,
no
but not
way,
to the
bro.
point where you just scream and never say any words. So, what was the source of the disturbing screaming Dredagon heard that night? The most prevalent theory I've come across is that these noises were coming from an animal, more specifically a mountain lion. This makes a lot of sense since mountain lions are native to the Yellowstone wilderness. More importantly, their screams are eerily similar to what the OP heard during his stay in that area.
Okay, so we didn't even need to look it up. Nah, bro. It's not the same. It's really not. Like, that doesn't even sound human-like. Alright, chill, buddy. No one's mating with you.
That said, it's still possible that the police officers were telling the truth and that these screams were coming from an intoxicated woman. The pitch of the second scream in the OP's recording in particular is a lot more human-like than something coming from an animal.
Hey!
One person on YouTube even tried to explain this uncanny difference, stating that the first round of screaming sounds like it's coming from a mountain lion, and the second time sounds like a person screaming back at the animal. Maybe they were just annoyed and were trying to scare away the animal or
There's
get it to
no
shut up.
way, bro.
While this could have been the case, most of the screaming noises OP heard were likely coming from a mountain lion, since according to his post, he didn't hear any cries for help or other words in these noises. Even if it were coming from a highly intoxicated woman, it's safe to assume that she would say something aside from just yelling at the top of her lungs. But if that's true, why did two different police officers tell the same lie? Some people speculated that they did so just to avoid scaring off tourists, or that they were just pulling a prank. But from what I've seen, Drudagon was most likely lying about this part of his story. It's entirely possible that after learning about the surprisingly normal origin of these creepy noises, the OP used this encounter to craft a disturbing story they could post on Reddit. Especially since at one point during his original post, he
I don't know, I get it, you know? Alright, next one. Yep. I get it, man.
Year-old video showcasing I'm not finding any video. This was a mountain range high-pitched noise.
Alright, next one.
In February 2016, the residents of Forest Grove, Oregon began hearing a strange high-pitched noise in the area.
Oh god, that noise sucks. It sounds like someone's blowing some kind of whistle, dude.
This eerie noise was limited to the city of Forest Grove and the wilderness surrounding.
Did anybody's dog like turn their head weird? I bet you there were some people's dogs like did the head tilt.
It could only be heard for a few minutes at a time. It would begin blaring randomly throughout the day and often late into the night before going away for a few hours.
Yeah.
One of the most disturbing aspects of this noise was how quickly it spread to the entire city. Its tone was deeply uncomfortable, resulting in a lot of people calling the police in distress.
It's happened twice tonight. It's happened about 5 times during the last 7 days, and the neighbor beside me, we can't even hear each other in the backyard. Neither one of us can figure out what's happening.
Throughout that February, emergency services received over 200 calls from concerned citizens, some even reporting physical symptoms from hearing the noise. But one question was on everyone's mind: where was this screeching noise coming from? One of the first theories that came up was that the noise was coming from a gas leak, something that could possibly be that loud.
I don't even know
However,
what I'm
the
hearing.
Northwest Natural Gas Company quickly shut down this idea, stating that if there was a gas leak, they would have become aware of it already. Also, a gas leak sounds more like a jet taking off rather than the screeching sound reported.
Yeah.
On top of that, they pointed out that if there was a gas leak big enough to cause this much noise, the smell of the leaking gas would spread throughout the city as well. Another theory that came up was that this was the result of trapped air and sewer lines escaping through a manhole. However, a major flaw in this theory was
that sounds exactly the same.
That if it were true, why did the noise only begin in February of 2016? The fire marshal, on the other hand, suggested the idea that it might be coming from someone's faulty air conditioning system. This is because many dysfunctional systems emit a very high-frequency sound, similar to what the residents of Forest Grove were hearing.
Okay, see, that's more like it, I guess.
The truth is, this noise could have been coming from any number of sources, including construction equipment or a broken emergency siren. Unfortunately,
a broken tornado siren? Hell no. Y'all ever hear one of those?
the sound appeared to be coming from all directions,
bro.
making it pretty much impossible to find its origin and verify any of these theories. While everyone was desperately trying to figure things out, the daily noise was becoming more and more unsettling with each passing day. But the eerie noise then suddenly disappeared just as quickly as it had begun.
Weird.
Over 9 years later, and this strange noise is still an unsolved mystery. That said, I believe the most likely theory is also the most boring one, that this whole thing was a prank or hoax by someone.
See, it did sound like someone was like blowing into something, creating this noise. I don't know. No, yeah, for sure. I know, I get it.
On its own. But unless someone comes forward with a 2013 and an
Alright, here we go.
On March 2nd, 2013, an anonymous user made an entry on 4chan talking about a creepy radio hijacking they experienced as a kid.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Why do you creep up?
I'm walking so loudly.
Oh
and I'm
my
sitting up
god.
the
Oh,
stairs.
dude.
I almost drop it fucking everywhere.
Oh, wait, this looks
Yeah, I
delicioso.
know.
Tacos!
Order.
Thank you. You scared me. Oh. Thank you. You want me to try one? Everybody go grab a snack. If you don't have one, I'm not eating alone. This looks really good.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a little messy. I'm sorry. I know you want something that's not messy, but.
Fire. Fire. Yes,
Do
genuinely.
you like the pico on it?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
There's cheese or sour cream.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you. All right. Tacos. You know I gotta have that sour cream on it. All right. Let's eat food and watch videos. Yay, let's go.
The post read, a creepy, I think, audio file which I've always been curious about. Back in 1994/1995, when I recorded this off of the radio, I told myself I'd never make a copy of the tape, having freaked myself out. But it's been sitting in the back of a desk drawer and in the back of my mind for 16 years now, and now I'm just curious. The weird stuff starts about 16 seconds in. Around 1995, I was about 15. I used to stay up late in my room listening to the radio on a boombox with an integrated tape recorder. I'd dial through the stations, and when I heard something interesting, I'd hit record for a while and then move on. One night, I came across this. I don't think this was the beginning of the broadcast, but I caught a lot of it. Right at the end, an announcer says that the station I was tuned to was WKCR 89.9 New York. There are a bunch of names and dates in there, but I've never run into anything else like this. Alongside this was a link to an audio file that starts off quite normal with a section from a 1993 song by Billy Cobham. It then abruptly transitions into a violin section from a song called Golden Sonata by Henry Purcell. The audio then morphs into a bone-chilling, high-pitched scream of sorts. This alone is extremely creepy, but the audio doesn't stop there. Soon after this high-pitched scream, it morphs into the sound of a woman taking deep breaths. This breathing pattern repeats a few times, ultimately leading into the sound of a woman reading seemingly random names and dates in an almost whisper. This voice keeps repeating the same 9 names and dates over and over again. A little investigation shows that the names and dates are taken from their obituaries. The 2 most notable names among these belong to Frank Oppenheimer, the brother of the creator of the atomic bomb, J. Robert Oppenheimer, and Barry Joseph Valentino Jr., one of the victims of the Pan Am Flight 103 bombing in 1988.
Why is this like one of the creepiest audios I've ever heard in my life? I'm trying to eat my taco in peace, and I hear,
How about Joseph Oppenheimer in 1942?
However, from what I've seen, there's no correlation between any of the names besides the fact that they're all dead. After repeating these names for a few minutes, the broadcast goes back to normal with a seemingly routine call sign announcement.
You're tuned to WKCR FM New York, 89.9 on your dial. Colombian music is running a little late. It will be starting in a few minutes.
Now, when the anonymous user originally posted this on 4chan, it received mixed reactions. Some people were deeply creeped out by it, while others were skeptical and believed the OP made this whole thing up. So, what's the truth? Well, there's evidence supporting both sides of the argument.
What did that say? Sounds like you just took the audio from one of those schizophrenia simulation videos. What?
So, what's the truth? Well, there's evidence supporting both sides of the argument. The thing is, after receiving a few requests, the OP posted the full audio clip on YouTube with a channel named Ravenmouth. Searching it on Google shows that the OP has a Reddit account by the same name. With this, we can see that a couple of weeks after his 4chan post, Ravenmouth posted the same radio hijacking story on the No Sleep subreddit, which is mainly about believable but not always true disturbing stories. Near the end of this post, Ravenmouth also added a new section that wasn't present in his 4chan post, reading, "Unfortunately, and for this I sincerely apologize, it never ever stops.
What?
I told you this was just something I'd found, and I swear to you that that's true. It really did happen that way. It's more than that though. I don't really know how long it takes. A few weeks or months from now when you're alone and suddenly you hear the keening, quavering sound rise up like it's crawling out of your spine and into your skull, you'll understand. When that night comes, if you listen closely to what comes after the horrible sound, you'll realize that the woman will be reading your name, new names. You'll play it for your friends, your family, add their names. I hope desperately that if I can make the list long enough, add enough names, then they'll take mine off.
So
and
now
leave me
we're
alone.
cursed.
I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you.
This is plenty of evidence to show that this story is fictional and Ravenmouth made it all up. However, he remains adamant that while he did embellish the story a bit for the Reddit post, he still did record the audio from the radio when he was a teenager. So, could the WKCR station have actually been hijacked by someone? It's entirely possible. Radio hijackings are not a new phenomenon, and were certainly a thing back when this would have happened. But
Listen, Chad, I'll take the blame for this, okay? Y'all, everybody watching this, that's on me, man.
The WKCR team stated, "As far as we know, this did take place on WKCR airwaves. In terms of the claim that it was a hijacking, that is very unlikely. WKCR is a weird place with weird programmers, probably just some late-night new music programmer having fun on the mic." Put simply, Ravenmouth was likely telling the truth, but what he thought was a creepy hijacking was just the artsy experiment of a college student. Although this, of course, cannot be 100% confirmed. On March 1st, 1999, the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric...
Hey, let me know if you guys feel a little tickle on your leg while you're trying to go to sleep tonight, okay? Just let me know, man. Seriously.
Administration recorded an ominous sound coming from the ocean. This is what it sounds like at 16 times speed. This sound, named Julia, lasted for a whole 2 minutes and 43 seconds and was powerful enough to be detected across the entire equatorial Pacific Ocean hydrophone network.
What?
Hydrophones, for those who don't know, are basically underwater microphones. They were originally installed to detect submarines during the Cold War and were later converted to be used for general ocean research. This network became popular in 1997 when it captured multiple strange sounds coming from within the ocean.
I forgot salsa. I'm sorry. Would you like some or are you good? All 4 tacos are currently in my stomach right now. So thank you, Tootie. It's a little too late. I love you. I didn't need them.
Including the now iconic...
I didn't need salsa.
Bloop.
Oh, we're hearing it again.
According to the official explanation, the sound heard in this recording was caused by ice quakes and large icebergs, or by icebergs scraping the ocean floor.
Oh, that makes sense, actually.
Julia was recorded nearly 2 years after this one. However, unlike Bloop, it doesn't have an explanation. Due to the high loudness of Julia, scientists weren't able to pinpoint its exact location. One potential solution that's been floating on the internet for a while now is that Julia originated from underwater volcanic activity. Sadly, this theory falls apart quickly upon inspection. This is mainly because there was also recorded audio coming from an underwater volcano called Upsweep, and it sounds nothing like Julia.
Bro, what?
A somewhat more interesting theory that tries to explain Julia is that the sound originates from an unknown sea creature. And while this does sound like science fiction at best, it feels a lot more feasible when you consider the fact that...
I don't know. All I know is that there's like crazy shit in the ocean. I have no interest on going on a big boat or a small boat into water that looks like this. All right? Nope. Not an ocean guy here. Okay? You guys can do that shit. That's all you. All right? Know me. You know me. Hate the ocean. He's scared of water. No, it's not that I'm scared of water, okay? I'll go in a swimming pool. No problem. I will even swim in a lake. Kind of. No problem. No ocean for me. Sharks, whale, dark, salt, scary, sounds, shark, giant squid, sharks, big. All right? Those are all my answers, all my reasons why. Don't dolphins hump people? Anyways, it is true crime time for us, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Trigger warning for people who don't like this kind of stuff. It gets a little creepy and scary and dark every now and then. So I'm warning you. Don't say I didn't. Don't get mad at me. This one is called, all right, Mom Snaps on Cops While Holding Baby. And if you guys could see the thumbnail to this, I am very nervous and excited to see what happens here. Because the thumbnail was absolutely psychotic. So let's lock and load. I'll see you guys on the other side. True crime, I like to put myself down here because I don't want to be in the way of anything. Okay? And, yeah. Here we go.
And we don't want that baby to get hurt. That's all we care about. Okay? We don't want that baby to get hurt. Do you want the baby to get hurt?
Hey, come over here.
What the
are you doing?
What?
My baby!
Listen. They're gonna take care of her. Make sure that
Right now, you need to pull your together for your daughter.
Go.
Oh, whoa! Whoa!
When two officers respond to a report of a physical domestic disturbance, they have no idea that they're taking their final steps toward one of the most horrifying police encounters ever documented.
Oh, God.
The police department releases an edited body cam to the public, but it's only now that the full story of this bleak tragedy can be told.
Here comes that. Yep, I'm with her. You go for baby. Okay.
The following report is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before until now. On November 7th...
So chat, unseen footage, obviously before this video. A lot of the footage has never been seen, so I obviously don't know what's about to happen. I mean, I saw her pull up a 12-inch blade, but we'll see how it goes down.
2024. Two officers with the Independence, Missouri Police Department respond to an apartment complex for a domestic disturbance.
Are you involved in this?
That's my wife.
Okay.
I just dropped her off to go get some gas, and I guess they beat her up.
Okay.
Is that person involved?
This is my husband.
No, is that person involved?
Oh, God.
No, not that person. No.
Okay.
No, I'm the problem.
Okay. What's going on?
I called my son and asked him if it's okay for me to come up here to see my granddaughter.
The officers determine after speaking to the woman that she's been assaulted, and they go up to the apartment to investigate.
Okay. I'm guessing assaulted by the lady with the knife?
It's fine. Okay.
The officers wait to speak with the occupants, Mitchell Holder and Maria Pike, not yet knowing that they are only minutes away from a moment of shocking violence.
Oh
with
my, she's got the
irreversible
baby in
consequences.
hand, Chad.
But this isn't the Independence Police Department's first encounter with Maria, who called 911 2 weeks earlier to report that her infant daughter was not breathing.
What?
Fell asleep on her baby? What the
Stop the bleeding.
Yeah. Where is she? Gurgling a little bit from her mouth.
What?
16 months, please. I fell asleep on her.
Okay, look, you're gonna go to the hospital. 6:43, you've got control coming out here. But she's breathing.
Gurgling, maybe kind of sit a little more forward.
Okay. Baby's crying.
I'm so confused.
Head forward. Is there anything there?
No, I had mouth to mouth. Don't die.
She's good. She's good. Hold on. He's got to look inside.
So this is 2 weeks ago?
Okay, back of the throat's a little red. Hey, ROB kit.
Why is he bleeding?
As the medics tend to Maria and her baby, additional officers respond to the scene.
Is the baby actually bleeding? I don't know if I can trust a word this lady even says, dude. Did you see her haircut? I don't really even know, dude. She's already like pissing me off, Chad. I gotta keep it a buck here.
Okay. Hey, ma'am. Hey. Look, baby's here doing good. What's her name?
What?
What's her name?
Little tiny baby. She fell asleep on it. He's breathing, got some blood coming out his nose.
Gasping a little bit. I looked inside, I didn't see it obstructed. In the airway I saw it, but I couldn't tell if it was further down, I'm not sure, so. Let's see.
What the?
Hey, ma'am.
Let's get him in the back.
You got her, ma'am.
I got her. Hey, I need you to wake up.
We need you to stay here. We're gonna do some things, okay?
Ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, let's get some information.
We gotta talk to you, okay?
Let's get some information. Daryl, we'll get it from you. What's your name? Okay, hold on, ma'am.
Wait, here.
They're not taking her away, they're helping her. We're gonna get you to her, okay?
There is nothing you can do right now except talk to us, okay?
You have a camp back there?
Oh, I'm sleeping back there. I just have my boyfriend.
You gotta stay still and talk to me.
She said she was asleep in the woods.
She was over there in Parksville. Yeah.
Hey, come over here. What the are you doing?
Okay.
Yeah. There's nothing you can do. Let them do their thing.
And we're gonna take this.
Hey, ma'am. You gotta talk, okay? What happened?
She just always has a knife on her.
The officer takes Maria's knife,
my God.
ominously foreshadowing the tragedy that will unfold on November 7th. Meanwhile, other officers inspect her wooded campsite.
Got a little shack or a little ramshackle camp. It's posted. So, I mean, hopefully they take this kid away from her. Nah, probably not. Living out here in a... They'll call her and they'll do one of those sit-down meeting things and call it a day.
Out at the road, the EMTs are concerned that Maria may have had a more active role in harming her baby.
Hey, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Did you hit her in the face at all in any way?
No,
like trying to help her or anything like that?
No.
Could you have accidentally struck her in the face?
No. When I was
We're just trying to
keep her on this side of the road.
From where?
Her nose, her mouth. I was trying to resuscitate her. Please don't leave.
Or what?
Blowing, I'm squeezing her. I was shaking her, trying to wake her up.
She said she was shaking?
Yes.
Slightly shaking, yes. Let's take a seat.
But if Maria's composure is tenuous, it's only when the ambulance begins pulling away with her baby that she loses control.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
My baby.
Listen.
They're
going to take care of her, make sure that she's healthy, okay? She has to go to the hospital.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Listen. Mariah. Hey, Mariah.
I'm so sorry.
It is fine. What's important right now is your baby.
Easier to get information from the distraught mother.
Hey, right now, you need to pull your...
I don't think it's a fake cry, bro. I just don't think she's all there. I don't know. I don't think it's fake. I'm trying to understand what's happening. I don't know. There's like a lot of factors to consider.
Together for your daughter. I know you are. So, hey, we need to try to get a hold of your dad so we can figure this out. What is your dad's name? Mariah.
All right, bro.
Yeah, Destiny is the kid's name. It was in her phone.
Yeah, we're going to take the kiddo into protective custody and sit on the kid until DFS gets there.
Oh, my God. So she's going to fall asleep on the kid. Now we're going to have a cop sit on the kid? Hey, this kid can't catch a break, bro. Oh, my goodness.
Trying to figure out. I called Heiniger. He's wanting a little bit more information.
I mean,
it sounds like if she's not talking.
She's just completely just shut down. I mean, just nothing.
Maria is taken to the hospital for a psychiatric hold, and baby Destiny is placed with a foster family for the night. 1 week later, two officers head out to the apartment where Maria is staying to check on the baby's well-being.
Police department.
You have a peephole.
What do you want?
We're just coming to check on your daughter, I believe.
Fine.
Okay, well, Children's Division asked us to come check on her.
Okay.
Can we just see her real quick? That way we can get out of here.
Do you have a warrant?
Oh, man.
Maria, we're not here. Nobody's in trouble. We just need to check on Destiny. This is ridiculous.
For the record, you're being recorded.
Okay, you're being recorded too. We just need to see the kid.
Because what they're doing is illegal. They're trying to take all my parental rights and I have full custody. I have the paperwork. You want to see the paperwork?
Just need to see the kid.
Just real quick.
Okay, don't step
Can we
in.
see her real quick?
I'm already triggered.
You can bring her right to here.
Drilling, okay?
Thank you.
Honey, can you just bring her right here?
Oh, I do not like this, bro.
She's gonna be staying here with her dad.
Who's her dad? You're the father?
Hello.
Okay. Alright. Appreciate it. You guys got food and everything, diapers?
Yes, can I have badge numbers and names?
The officers give her their badge numbers and leave, but it's only 5 short days later that police are called out to Maria's door once again.
Bro, this is
time by a
4
social worker
separate
who says
calls.
the couple is not responding.
So the baby is in the house. I believe the parents are inside.
Okay.
They are not opening the door. They have mental health concerns.
So what are you wanting from us?
Is there a way that we could try to open the door?
The police say that isn't an option.
Oh,
but
God.
They go along with her to knock on the apartment. It's November 6th, 2024. Only one day before Maria and Destiny's story reaches its unimaginable conclusion.
They are in there because they just let 2 homeless
Okay,
people
I appreciate it.
come out. I was sitting right there while she was out there, and my son opened the door, and then shut the door on my face.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're making good decisions, but they're allowed to have who they see fit in their house.
About a week ago, they actually, their baby got into our custody because mom ran out of the house because of the domestic violence concern. And mom kind of mentioned that, but then she pulled it back and she was downplaying it. And
The baby's still in your custody?
No, so we brought the baby back to them.
Okay.
Neither Mitchell nor Maria.
Oh, man. I mean, oh, man. From what I've seen, and this is just from what I've seen, okay? I don't see them being the best parents. Obviously, they maybe outside of this video, they're amazing. But from what I'm seeing so far, I'm worried about the baby's well-being, bro. I am.
Open the door, and almost exactly 24 hours later, Talisa calls 911 to report that Maria assaulted her. The police show up again, but this time, Mitchell lets them inside.
Did you do something illegal? No. Okay. So can we come and talk about what's going on?
I accept your terms. What's up?
The 2 officers enter the apartment, where they find Maria in the bedroom closet with Destiny in her arms.
Closet.
Hi there. What's your name?
All right.
Can you come out here, please? Please. I got her in the closet.
Yeah, something ain't right. I'll say that. Something's not right with her.
Are you okay? Are you hurt? Okay. Can we put the baby down, come here and talk and figure out what's going on?
As the officers try to coax Maria out of the closet, other cops begin racing to the scene.
Just advised, one of the officers is working in here that would respond to that call. She said the last time she was contacted, she had a large knife and a knife holder attached to her belt.
With that unsettling warning coming over the radio, they prepare for what they're walking into.
They're both off, by the way. He gets SSI. Yes. Like he has to have a baby.
What's SSI, chat? Anything? What's SSI, chat? Social Security? Income? What is, oh, disability? Oh. Okay. So he gets that.
And they have an incident. They have a baby. This is the problem.
That is super concerning.
Yes.
Unfortunately, if there was anything these two could have done to change the nightmarish course of events to follow, they simply don't get there in time.
Oh, God.
44 is able to make a connection to resolve this.
Who is 44?
That would be Heather. Hang on, can you stay right here, please? You gonna give her to the babe? Okay.
We just want to help out.
Look at the way she's
And we don't
looking
want that
at
baby to
him.
get hurt. That's all we care about. Okay? We don't want that baby to get hurt. Do you want the baby to get hurt? That's okay. I don't speak sign language. I caught the first one. Felt and get
Lies.
Hey, Mitchell, does she speak or is it sign language only?
It's only sign language. What can you tell us what she's saying?
She writes some things down so I can talk to her sometimes.
What?
Are you able to understand what I say? Can you understand me? Yes or no? You understand me?
She's not from this continent, born wise.
Does she understand what I'm saying though?
Born
You
wise?
would know. I mean, does she understand you when you talk?
Sometimes.
I feel like we're having games too.
No, we have like communication skills that we have problems with too, but we communicate.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not a good idea to do that to the baby. You're
Bro,
bobbing
what
the
is
baby's
she
head around.
doing, bro? I hate
Please don't do
her.
that.
I hate her.
Yeah, I'm with you. Okay.
When it comes to that,
Yep, I'm
go
with
with
you.
her, you go with the baby.
Okay.
The other responders finally arrive at the building, but the situation inside the apartment has reached the point of no return.
Oh no, here we go. I mean, dude, what do you even do in this situation? I wonder how they're gonna handle this, because she's holding a baby, dude. Gotta be careful. Oh, God. Oh, whoa.
Officer Jordan White raises his gun as Maria approaches and fires 4 quick shots in a row.
32 shots fired. Someone just shot at me and Heather in the apartment.
Get the knife. Oh my God! Get the baby, get the baby. Get the baby's James. You guys shot her and the baby. What's the wrong?
Wait, no way. No way.
Stay down. I am. Cuff him up.
No.
Cuff him up. I didn't do nothing.
No, 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 no.
I didn't do nothing. Cuff her.
135, the baby's hit. I need AMR immediately.
What did I do? Just relax.
No, tell me the baby's good. Tell me the baby's good.
Give me your hand, give me your hand. Here, yeah, take the baby, get the baby out. Get the baby out.
And you killed the baby.
No way.
You killed the baby too. I remained myself.
Okay.
And you killed her. You killed my girlfriend and you. What the hell? And the baby.
The other responding officer finally comes
All right, please tell me the
inside,
baby's
walking
good.
straight into the chaotic aftermath.
I didn't do nothing, officer. Officer, that officer shot her.
You know what?
And the baby.
What else to do with her?
He shot her.
Stay calm.
And the baby, sir.
Okay, hey, we need to get the cuffs off her. She's going into, she's stopping.
Cuffs off of me too, because I didn't do nothing.
Quiet.
He shot
Hey,
her.
get over here. Get the cuffs off her. We're gonna start CPR.
And you shot the baby. What are you doing, officer?
Well, she's trying to stab me, guys, so.
The officers start compressions on Maria, but there is to be no happy ending. Baby Destiny is taken to the hospital, where life-saving efforts end at 2:33 p.m. 5 minutes after that, her mother is pronounced dead at the scene.
Dude.
You good? You good?
Yeah, I'm okay. All I could see was the.
Bro.
Hey, it's okay. All I could see was the knife. I didn't even see the baby anymore.
Is Chad good?
Chad's good.
Okay.
In a March 2025 statement, the
No
Jackson County
way.
prosecutor announced that no charges would be filed against the officer who shot Maria and her baby, saying, "The evidence in this case shows the officer responded to an immediate threat of deadly force. The suddenness of the attack left no time for a different response, and the officer had no space to retreat." The report from the medical examiner revealed Maria's history of psychiatric conditions,
Oh, my.
including major depressive disorder, schizophrenia, and psychosis. The toxicology report, however, showed no traces of drugs in her system. A GoFundMe started by Mitchell's sister raised nearly $9,000 for funeral expenses. Maria Masha Pike was 34. Her daughter Destiny was just 2.
No! Chad, I need RIPs, bro. That is actually so heartbreaking. Man, I feel so bad for the baby, bro. Oh my God, just caught in the crossfire because the mom lost her mind. Oh my God, man. I really did not expect that to go that way. I'm not gonna lie. I expected the way I thought it was gonna go was that the mom obviously was the one killed. And then the baby would be screaming. Damn, man. That's a dark one. Look at this, guys. Look. Oh, man. Look at these guys. Right? Oh, yeah. Look at this guy. Nice. That's really cute. He's got a plant in his mouth. Is this good? This is good in between, bro. I want a puppy golden so bad. Like, genuinely. You're telling me, bro, like, come on. Oh, I want a golden puppy, chat. I do. I feel like I need one. Ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, okay? This is, we always got to end it with a bang, okay? We got to end the reactions with a bang. And this is how we ended the last one, the first one, with a JCS video, okay? Here's another one we got. Now, I've never seen any of these videos, so these are all going to be fresh for me, and it's going to be a lot of interrogation and the psychology behind, like, police interrogation. So, everybody strap in. Let's get it. This one is called, all right, Sarah literally thinks she's going home later. So, I have no idea what happens. I have no idea what happened, but we're about to learn. Okay, here we go.
911, what is the location of your emergency?
4748 France Court.
Is this a police or medical?
My boyfriend is dead.
Oh.
Okay, send the line for the fire department. Do not hang up.
Fire risk. Just tell me exactly what happened there.
My boyfriend and I were playing last night, and I put him in his case and we were playing. Like kind of hide and seek kind of thing. So I fell asleep, and I woke up, and he was dead in the suitcase, so I don't know what happened.
Okay, is he hanging from somewhere or what, ma'am?
No, I pulled him out of the suitcase.
He was in a suitcase?
Yes, and I fell asleep.
Right, is he breathing?
What?
No.
I need you to get him on the floor, flat on his back for me, okay?
I did. I tried giving him CPR.
Yeah, okay. Okay, listen to me. Lay him flat on his... Okay, ma'am, listen to me. I want you to lay him flat on his back for me on the floor.
I did.
Okay.
He's stiff and purple.
Okay, ma'am, that's fine. We're still going to do compressions on him, okay? Place the heel of your hand on his breastbone, right in the center of the chest.
Yes.
Put your other hand on top of that hand.
Just by looking at him, you can tell.
Okay. Ma'am?
Please! Okay, he just gurgled.
Okay, listen to me. Place the heel of your hand right between his chest, right between his breastbones.
Yes.
Put your other hand on top of that hand.
Yes,
we want to pump his chest to me hard and fast, twice per second. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What? Hide and seek?
Who for now?
Oh, right there.
This is 42-year-old Sarah Boone, who you just heard on the 911 call a few seconds ago. Her boyfriend was 42-year-old George Torres Jr., who she locked inside a suitcase the night before, ultimately leading to him dying of suffocation. Sarah's explanation is that it was a totally unintentional and unforeseen accident, but what she's completely unaware of at this particular moment is the fact she recorded 2 videos on her phone last night, the first of which was taken at 11:12 p.m., and shows her laughing at George while he's zipped up in the suitcase.
No way.
But George isn't laughing. He's asking to be let out and repeatedly stating that he can't breathe. The second video was recorded 11 minutes later, showing the same thing, except the suitcase was flipped over and in a different area of the apartment. Sarah is both unmistakably and heavily intoxicated in these videos, which may explain the fact she didn't delete them. It would be safe to assume that she has no idea the videos exist. And yes, you will see the moment she becomes aware of their existence. But we first have to acknowledge how this episode was even possible, and that would be the Law and Crime Network. They sent us the uncompressed documents that comprise this video.
Okay,
and almost
W.
every case we have covered, or will cover, is already available in its raw form on this channel, which includes the 2 main items of public record in the case of Sarah Boone. Starting with the body cam footage, which is right where we left off.
Hello there.
So that's her?
I had a cigarette, Lou. Get it for you, okay? Wait 1 second, okay?
Okay.
I really need something to drink. Okay. Well, I got my Dr. Pepper on the counter. Okay, we'll take care of you. Give me 1 second. What's going on? I just got here, so fill me in. No problem. Like, he and I were putting a puzzle together. We've been doing some artwork together. You are putting a puzzle together?
Yes, we have a puzzle that we started in there.
Okay.
Like having a good time with one another. But we're drinking. We had a bottle of wine last night.
Okay.
So then it's like, we decided to play hide and seek, right?
Okay.
So he gets in the suitcase. Okay.
Who is this guy?
That's my ex-husband. My former husband.
How did he...
Wait. Okay, I guess we'll learn this. I don't want to ask too many questions. There's no way he zipped himself inside the suitcase.
He lived here with
right?
you guys?
No. I called him over here.
Okay.
Yeah, who plays hide and seek at 40?
I called.
Bro, no way.
All we had was a bottle of wine. Literally, just a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Doing puzzle artwork. Then we decided to play hide and seek. That's all that happened.
Okay. Here, let me
something's not adding up already.
Dr. Pepper, I am so caught mouse right now. It's on the counter.
I can't move anything from out of the house. Here, I want you to sit down because I don't want you passing out. This is probably a lot for you to deal with, right? Sit.
I don't want water. Just water.
I can get you some water, okay?
The officer then talks to Sarah's ex-husband.
About 11:30 is when I started calling to find out because this is supposed to be her day.
He referred to the fact that Sarah was meant to have custody of their son today.
She's generally not very good about always doing it.
Oh my God, she has a kid?
They
called back and said she was still there, or she came back.
So I was calling to find out if she was going to be getting him or not today.
From school?
Yes.
Okay.
Got over here, told her she needed to call 911, get somebody over here. And then basically she said she needed to go outside, have a drink and a cigarette. But I called her
Give me 1
initially.
second, okay?
He's currently on parole because of it, so...
Because of domestic violence with her?
Yes.
Okay.
He explains that George has been arrested for domestic violence multiple times against Sarah, and that Sarah's literally bailed him out every time.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, she's getting water from this tap. Probably going to pass out on us. Okay, well, listen.
The police officer asks the ex-husband to stick around for a little while longer. She then gets a notepad and returns to Sarah to collect more information.
At some point, you put him in the suitcase?
No, he got in the suitcase. So he thought it would be funny to be put in the suitcase. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to joke with you and I'll zip you up and make him, squirm a little bit, whatever it is. But then I fell asleep. I fell asleep.
Where was the suitcase?
Right where it is.
Right down there?
Yes.
You zipped him in there?
Yes.
Thought he would be funny, a little
joke.
It
was. We both were laughing about it.
Okay.
And then I fell asleep.
Where did you fall asleep at?
Upstairs. I just totally forgot.
So you began to do CPR.
You zip him in a suitcase. Oh, that's so funny. And then fall asleep. Like, come on, bro. That's just insane.
On him.
Yes. Yes.
About what time this morning did you start doing that CPR?
No, it was the afternoon. And air was coming out and he was gurgling, but I could just tell by looking at him.
But you knew how to do CPR? You were doing that on your own?
Yes.
Okay.
She's not freaking out at all, bro.
Can I have one more sip of water, please?
Yeah, go.
Can I have a cigarette, please?
Ma'am, I can't take anything out of the house.
It's on the back porch.
Nope, all of it. It's secure, okay?
The officer then confirms the ex-husband will be taking custody of the child.
And your child is in school right now. He's not here with you.
No. He's in school.
He's in school. How old is he?
This will be a fun one to explain. He is 9. He's third grade.
I can't even start with how you would explain something like this. Okay.
The ex-husband leaves, and the officers wait for investigators to arrive.
Can I please just have a cigarette? They're on the back
Oh
porch.
my God, lady!
We can't have you go and get anything.
Someone get this lady a dart!
The investigators then arrive.
Hey, Sarah. Did you get enough water? No, if you want to stay seated, I don't want you getting lightheaded. So remember I said the detectives were going to come out and talk to you and go from there. They're here. They're going to ask you a few questions and then go from there, okay? All right.
All right, Sarah. My name's Chelsea. My partner, Scott.
They ask Sarah what happened.
So he decided to get in the suitcase. So I thought it would be funny to, and he was laughing about it too, to zip him up in there. I go upstairs and fell asleep.
Okay, that's just like not... It's not a normal thing people do, dude.
You move the bag around and mess with them at all, or you just zipped it up and walked away laughing?
We were laughing about it, but I went upstairs and I fell asleep. I'm afraid for my life. I want you to know that. I am afraid for my life. His family have never liked me.
Have you called any of them?
We talked to his daughters yesterday.
No, I mean, like, about this. Does
No.
anyone know? Okay.
They're
So
going to
it's
kill me.
okay. Well,
Do they live local?
Yes, they're down the road. They're going to kill me.
The detectives reassure Sarah that she's not about to get murdered, and then go in to investigate the apartment.
Just stay seated, okay, Sarah? I know you're panicking, okay? Just relax. We'll come and talk to you. We'll keep checking on you.
This police officer was brilliant. Her temperament was perfect for the situation.
True.
The investigators simply asked Sarah to stay somewhere else for the night, and to come to the police station the following day with any questions she might have. Sarah stayed with her ex-husband, then showed up at the sheriff's office the next day at 3:51 p.m. with an entire handwritten page.
Oh my God, yo, this ex-husband though, why do I, like, oh my God, why would you take her in after that? Dude, she probably talked and yapped all night to the ex-husband.
Questions, the first of which was about when she's getting back her phone.
I'm gonna have you sit in the green chair that doesn't move. Appreciate you coming in.
Yes, ma'am.
Sarah takes out her page of questions, which the investigator semi-acknowledges, then brushes off.
I'm gonna go down here, guys.
So obviously, he received his autopsy. So I'm going to read you your rights again because we have to talk about that. Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to talk to me?
No.
And do you understand what I just read you?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
Sarah has no idea what just happened.
This morning we went to his autopsy, and we were informed of some injuries that he has by the doctor. So he had some injuries to his left shoulder. He had a cut near his lip. We could see his mouth was a little.
I haven't laid a
swollen.
hand on him.
Okay.
Forensics have since proven that George sustained his injuries the night he died, and he didn't have them before entering the apartment.
Okay.
Also, too, he fell off my son's bike.
Okay.
So I don't know. And he's notorious for running into the wall or the hall tree. So
Okay.
The investigator details further injuries, including a contusion on his neck.
And they're all recent. Like they occurred recently. It wasn't something that occurred.
What's a contusion?
Or that occurred a week ago, or 2 days ago, 3 days ago. They definitely occurred, the night leading up to when he was.
In all honesty.
Keep this in mind. Sometimes when people are in the process of passing, they make a gurgling noise that it is called the death rattle. Bro, that is scary. A cut, a wound, a bruise. Okay, so on his neck.
Honestly, we have not gotten into it. I have no idea what it is. No idea what it is. We had a good time sitting on the back porch, having wine, and smoking a couple of cigarettes, and then decided to go inside and literally paint, do puzzles, and play, and listen to music. That's why.
She had all night to set this up, which is the issue. For all we know, she could have designed this entire scene of events from scratch. There is a 12-hour gap between the timestamp on her videos.
What do you mean play? It's kind of like, are we in elementary school? Like, what do you mean by that?
To the moment police showed up on her doorstep, which is plenty of time to assemble what looks like a very pleasant scene of events that in no way precipitated a drunken act of revenge that ultimately led to murder.
And play!
Nobody got out of sorts.
Get in the suitcase, Jared. It'd be so fun. Like, bro.
This is what's mind-blowing to me.
Like they're like children.
I have no clue. Nobody laid a hand on anybody.
He also had, on the left side of his forehead, he had basically bruising, and on his head and skull.
I have no idea.
As if something hit him.
I
considered
not
force
touched him.
trauma.
I have not touched him. I have not touched him.
Okay.
I have no idea. We had a good day. It was a good day. We've had good days lately. It's been good.
Lately?
I don't even know where this is coming from.
The The interrogator now brings up Sarah's last call to police, reporting domestic violence.
Yeah, you said a month ago he hit you with a curtain rod.
Yeah, with a curtain rod. That's why I can't believe you guys didn't take that either.
She just referred to the fact that George didn't face charges for the alleged assault.
Like, we've been good. I don't know if, like, it's since the last time he got out of jail. Like, we've been good, and he's been having his classes.
What do you mean by good? What's your definition of good?
The probation officer?
I don't want to be in the way of people, chat. Hold on.
What's your definition?
I've been good. I don't think you all understand. He comes at me all the time. He comes at me. So it's either I flee or try to go upstairs and go to sleep. That's usually what it is. And I don't know if you talk to Brian about any of that, but most of the time when I flee, I go over there.
Okay.
So
Sarah is detailing possible motives for retaliation. Routine procedure would be to keep her train of thought locked on this element, provide encouragement and understanding while inquiring further into the suspect's grievances with the victim. The only problem is that the lead interrogator really doesn't like Sarah and abandons the task of pretending to, which makes this a significantly flawed, yet remarkably entertaining process to bear witness.
Right, but you're saying that you guys have been good, and when I asked you yesterday, the last incident that you could remember was the curtain rod incident, which you said was a month ago, so
give or take.
Right.
The investigator challenges an earlier assertion which remodels the discourse, and the suspect then starts defending her relationship with the victim.
I really love him.
Oh, man.
Like I do. And I feel like I can help him. He came a really long way. And he was trying. He was really trying.
She somehow transitions into the principle of how she doesn't normally drink, and it's kind of only because of George that she drinks at all.
The occasional wine, whatever, or if it's a weekend. That's when you have a good time. You don't have to wake up the next day. I have to wake up the next day and do things. I can do 50 things at once and still know the 50 things more prior that I need to get done. He can't process like that. He didn't process like that. So the next thing you know, he doesn't want to deal with it. I'm going to go get something to drink. Nobody knew George better than I did. I say that I knew George better than himself.
Dude.
And I tried in every way, shape, and form.
She's just yapping, bro.
Ask everyone. I helped him. I took care of him.
Sarah talks about George's anger management classes and the supposed progress he was making.
And would always come home and show me his papers. And we would look over his papers.
Dude, this whole interrogation process, like, shout out to the interrogators, because they probably have to listen to so much bullshit, especially if they know the person's guilty right off the rip. Like, they've already been sitting here for 20 minutes, man. How? It's crazy. And it's probably, by the end of this video, guys, this is probably going to say, like, 5 hours or something.
Together. Where it's like, wow, you actually are learning this in class? And some of the stuff that they would show them, like videos, he would come home and be like, Sarah, I'm so sorry for what I've done to you. He changed.
And that's why you're still with him, even though he's done all these things to you. And
when I tell you I love him, I love him.
When you love somebody, you have limits.
Everybody tells me that.
At some point, somebody gets enough.
In the next moment, the detective will say, then they have to do something to defend themselves. Sarah's temperament will completely switch at the completion of this sentence.
Then they have to do something to defend themselves.
I would just flee. And I don't know if you would like to see on my phone, or I think it's actually on a laptop.
She explains how she once filed a restraining order against George, then for some reason brings up his ex-wife.
When I say a monster, she's a monster. Like,
The interrogator lets her vent about the ex-wife for 2 minutes. She will now bring the focus back to the investigation.
Since talking yesterday, do you remember any, like, timelines better? Like, what time you guys were playing, what time he was zipped up in the luggage, what time you went upstairs?
We started because we cleaned the house a little bit, did some laundry.
She recalls the game starting at around 4 p.m. and her going to sleep at around midnight.
So I have 4 and I have midnight, so there's a big gap. So I'm just curious, like, if you recall when you went upstairs to hide in the shower, or...
Like when we started to play, hide and seek.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, we went inside probably about, if I had to guess, we weren't out there too long. Worked on the puzzle again, finished it, started to paint. Well, started listening to music for a little bit, started to paint. Can we turn the music off? No problem. Started at the top, paint, whatever.
I don't want to paint anymore. Let's just, come on. Okay, you want to play hide and seek? What he does is, okay, tag, you're it. So it's like, okay, we know. Okay, take off.
That's not how you play hide and seek.
What?
That's what we did.
Have you guys ever played you said you...
I don't really want to paint the house anymore. Let's play hide and seek. Tag, you're it.
You played hide and seek like probably 3 times in your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
When you have played, have you ever zipped him up in a suitcase prior?
No.
Okay.
The suitcase originally is in our closet, buried all the way to the back.
Okay.
I know the CSI people saw our closet. Our closet needs to be cleaned out really bad. My son's clothes need to be cleaned out really bad because they don't fit him anymore, and I'm tired of looking at them. So he took it upon himself, including that suitcase, to take it downstairs so we can get all of our clothes, our donations, and everything, and just leave the whole thing.
Oh, man, okay.
Clothing and shoe thing at my son's school.
Gotcha. No, I'm just asking, in the past, like, have you ever zipped him up in anything, jokingly or not, but obviously
No.
I understand, you're claiming that Sunday it was a joking matter, you were laughing, he was laughing, but what I'm just asking is in the past, like, is it something that you guys normally do?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Okay, so do you remember making any videos or maybe having any cover?
People were warning me about the videos.
Photos, videos that you remember doing on your phone on Sunday?
No.
No?
No?
I think I took a picture of a dog.
Okay. So I have something that I want to show you that we found, and it was from your phone.
With regard to the colossal realm of interrogation footage, the level of notoriety these next moments acquired is virtually unprecedented. I feel like this picture belongs on a wall somewhere.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
If you need to move it around, go ahead.
No, I don't remember that.
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me.
Your battery's about to die.
Shut it down.
Oh.
Your battery's about to die.
Let me.
Sarah.
Did her laptop actually just shut down because of battery? Oh my, it's so annoying. That's going to add about 15 minutes onto the interrogation time.
May have been hoping that was the end of it. Really can't say that I blame her for that.
That's annoying, bro.
Because I don't know how much I can take.
No.
Oh.
I don't know how much I can take.
Okay.
I don't know how to find her.
Oh my God.
Do I have to watch this? I continuously throw up. I don't sleep. I don't want to see it, if that's okay.
You can either explain it or we take it for what it is.
Yeah. We're just trying to give you the opportunity to tell us what's going on. That's it.
It's that long?
2 minutes.
No.
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me. Fuck you. Stupid. Sarah. That's my name. Don't wear it up. Sarah.
I don't want to watch it, please.
Is he in the suitcase at this point?
That's him saying that he can't breathe. And you saying fuck
So
you.
this is upside down.
The interrogators should not be cutting each other off, but their missteps can be forgiven on this occasion due to the power of the evidence, which the lead detective will now focus on.
Guys, this is killing me right now.
So this image, it's upside down, and then this small video that occurred 11 minutes later, it's flipped over the other way, closer to your dining room table.
Okay.
Now he's obviously still in there. So he didn't, how did it go from the back to the front?
I flipped it.
Okay.
Bro, he's
My plan was
in the
not to go upstairs and go to
suitcase.
sleep.
Well, that's what you did.
Yeah.
But not intentional though.
No, you told me you went upstairs because you were
Stop
getting
here.
ready for bed.
Just to be clear, Sarah still has no idea how screwed she is. She just referred to an earlier statement that she didn't lock up the suitcase all the way, so George could get out.
Stopped here.
Okay, but
Where's here?
Show me where you can see any fingers coming out.
And his head's right here.
Mm-hmm.
So going like this, it's like this.
But why is he saying I can't breathe, and why is he pushing on it as if he can't get out?
And it doesn't show a hole.
There's no hole. There's no fingers. I don't see his fingers. There's no hole.
It's like a kid lying, a kid trying to lie.
Like what you want me to tell you.
I'm just telling you what we see and what we've heard from the other video.
I understand.
He's begging for you to let him out. You're laughing in the beginning, and then in the end it sounds kind of like a...
No, it's not malicious.
Well, saying fuck you.
It's not malicious.
Then what is that?
My intention was not to leave him in there. Please understand that. My intention was not to leave him in there.
This video is at 11:12 when it starts, so was he in there for like a long time prior to you recording this?
No.
I think we've all gathered by now that Sarah might be twisting the truth in her favor a little bit. She seems to have forgotten that 2 minutes ago she claimed to have no recollection of this incident. So her impeccable memory all of a sudden seems rather selective.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that he was, like, panicky. Like,
So pushing up on a suitcase saying, Sarah, Sarah, Sarah. I can't breathe. And you're the only one laughing.
Okay.
And you're the only one saying derogatory comments. Like you're mad.
No. Please don't, I don't mean to sound negative, and I don't know if I can say this, but like it's like you guys are kind of trying to like feed me.
The interesting thing about Sarah is that her intuition is correct. She sort of recognizes what the police are doing here, but still has no idea of the ramifications. Her energy resembles that of someone who feels the police are about to start rumors about her.
No, I'm just trying to show you a video that you no longer want to watch because you probably don't want to know the outcome of how and what you said.
My plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep. My plan was not to, he'll be up here any minute.
But you willingly went upstairs and went to sleep. No one forced you to go upstairs and get
My
ready
plan
for
wasn't
bed.
also to leave him in the suitcase.
So why didn't you take him out?
Because I went upstairs and then I fell asleep.
Dude,
So why
oh
did you
my
consciously
God.
Think he's asking to come out. He
I
can't
didn't do
breathe.
it intentionally.
Dude,
What do you
that's
think
so
is gonna happen
annoying.
if you leave somebody in a confined space like that?
Well, I thought by not zipping it up all the way, it would be okay. My plan was not to leave him in the
And what was
suitcase.
your plan?
Yes, Mo.
Waiting for him to come upstairs. I thought it was like, I thought he was okay. Like I didn't, that you
He's
all.
telling you he's not. He's telling you, Sarah, I can't breathe.
Bro.
He's saying your name and you're like, that's my name, don't wear it out.
Guys, that's how we are with each other. The whole suitcase thing never happened before.
Sarah tries to move on to another topic, but the interrogator doesn't allow it and brings her back to the specifics of the evidence.
Again, his head is closer to us facing the video, so we should be able to see fingers, and we don't see anything. We see no movement of him trying to unzip it or physically unzipping it. All we see is pushing up, trying to push out of it.
Please do not assume.
I mean, you put him in, so why didn't you take him out?
Because I was upstairs and I fell asleep.
Oh my
No,
God.
before you went upstairs. You like consciously had to walk upstairs. I mean, you obviously remember going to bed because you were able to give me a time frame on that. And you specifically told me that you went upstairs.
My intention is not for this to happen.
Yeah, we know that.
I am sick about it. I've never done anything like this before in the past. I am sick.
The lead interrogator starts playing the video as
I mean, she's got that right. She is sick. You
Sarah
know?
is mid-sentence reiterating her innocence.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what you all want me to tell you because this was not in any way, shape, or form.
You admit to moving the suitcase, like, over. So
You roll it.
You roll it over. Like, it's not like...
I didn't want it to be like that.
You didn't want him to be upside down? How do you even get upside down?
Right. You guys are killing me right now. I don't know how you want me to say it. I didn't mean to leave him in there.
Okay.
What's your reasoning for not calling 911 sooner?
Because I didn't know what to do and how horrific it was.
I called Brian, and like, what, 5 minutes later I called you guys? Not even 5 minutes. And they was continually doing CPR with the dispatch on the phone.
So when he asked to be let out, like, what's your reasoning for not letting him out?
When I was upstairs?
No, when he's asking on the video. He asked multiple times. He asked to be let out. I can't breathe. What? Like, why didn't you let him out?
Exactly.
Well, number one, I had no idea it was going to end like that.
Okay.
Number one.
Okay.
Number two, just, you know what? I'll give you 5 minutes or so in there. I'll give you 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes for what?
This was an absolutely imperative moment to allow the suspect to elaborate, but the lead interrogator cuts her off.
Well, based off the video, one video is at 11:12 and the next one's 11:23, so you actually gave him at least 11 minutes per video recording. So my thing is, when it stopped, he asked multiple times, I mean, why? Why did you not let him out? It's just a simple question.
To be honest with you, I don't know.
Were you punishing him?
No.
Well, that's what you're saying in the video.
This is what you get. This is what you make me feel like.
See, and then it's all backfired on me. I will never drink alcohol again.
Okay.
I don't care what it is.
Because you're going to be in a prison cell, so...
But let's get back to this. When he's begging for his life, telling you he can't breathe, let me out, and you say, fuck you, why don't you just let him out? What are you trying to prove to him? There was obviously something in your head that you were thinking of when he was asking to be let out, and you're like, no,
again, it's the boy calling wolf. And it's not fair. It is not fair. You guys are trying to, again, he's in there. Night, night.
He's begging for his life.
What is she saying?
I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I don't. I didn't intentionally mean for this to happen.
But my question is, why didn't you just let him out prior to going up?
I don't know why.
He's begging to be let out. He's not laughing. He's not having fun.
So are you guys, so what is it you're trying to, like...
We're just trying to figure out why.
Why? What?
Why?
What was the motivation for leaving him in the bag?
Why he was left in the bag? Why the video?
I didn't have any motivation. It was me, he and I having a great day, fooling around and being stupid.
You know, it's a good analogy for the day, excluding the fact that he's got a bump on the back of his head, a bump on the front of his head, and his lip is busted, and he has a bump on his eye.
I don't know what you all want me to tell you. Like, this is not fair that you all are assuming.
Bro, it literally sounds like a middle school or elementary school kid trying to lie out, like, to their parents or to a fucking principal. Like, that's what it sounds like, man. It doesn't sound like a grown woman at all.
That's from me.
Where else did it come from?
If you were, say it's opposite, you were in the suitcase and you're asking to be let out, should they not let you out?
Eventually. I'm guessing. I mean, I'm blaming it on the wine.
Blaming it on the wine? After talking to you, everything was laughing and fun. Now we're watching a video where it's not laughing and fun. He's begging for his life, and you are in a very angry voice telling him to fuck off.
No. It's not fair that you guys keep trying to say that that's what I did.
Dude, this guy is fucking hilarious, bro.
It's not fair that you guys keep trying to say that that's what I did.
This is all of us, bro. Literally.
If he could push it open, why wouldn't he have gotten out himself? Why would he beg you to open it?
I tell you, he can't breathe.
It's been an hour. Here we go.
Okay.
If someone can do something for themselves, they're going to do it. They don't need assistance.
You two didn't lay hands on each other.
No. No. I don't have anything.
You're right. You're telling us that we're assuming stuff, but what we're simply doing is telling you what we saw in the video and repeating what you told us.
I understand. Because I don't remember that.
Okay.
Doesn't mean it didn't happen just because you don't remember it.
Sarah now gets freaked out by the male detective. She thinks he's texting someone about her, which creates an absurd yet hilarious moment.
So, is the texting thing something about me? Like, what's...
The what? Texting? Oh, no, I'm texting.
No, I have one last question. You realize you're the person that killed him, right?
I thought about that.
Okay, you left him in a bag when he's begging you, saying, I can't breathe, let me out, and you said, fuck you.
Not intentionally.
You got up, and you went up to bed.
You all?
Please sit down.
Oh, my.
I did not intentionally kill him.
I got you on video screaming, fuck you.
This is what it feels like when you're choking me. There's still feelings towards it. You wouldn't say it if you didn't feel it.
And then you flipped the bag around several times.
I didn't do that intentionally.
You didn't intentionally flip the bag around?
No. Why would I do that?
Dude, I hate this girl, bro. What did she say?
When he was upside down.
Right.
Well, you had to put him upside down.
You can't get in a suitcase upside down because...
It had to have been on its back with the lid open for him to get in there for you to zip it up. Then it shows it on the other side.
I gotta say, though, these JCS videos are great. I see why people love them, bro. This is so entertaining for me, at least.
You had to flip it to there. Then there's another video where it's on its back again, so you had to flip it
I'm leaving it like this, please. I'm leaving it like this. I did not intentionally do this.
Okay.
You left them in there. You did trying to dance around the fact. You left them in there.
This is not...
You didn't leave them in there?
It's not cool. Like, this is not cool.
It's not cool. You intentionally
She's playing
left
the
them in
victim
there,
every
room.
time,
you
too.
went upstairs to a different room.
I would do anything for him.
Well, you gave up checking up on him. So.
Wouldn't let him out of a suitcase.
Oh, gosh.
Anybody looking at it, I don't think anybody would look at that video and go, George is having fun right now.
The discourse repeats itself a few more times, and then Sarah brings out her list of questions.
So, am I getting my phone back?
No.
A list of questions.
What about Lucas's laptop?
No.
Not today.
Not today.
How do I go about getting his wedding ring, engagement ring?
It's at the medical examiner's office. It'll come to us eventually, and then
It'll be released to the next of kin.
Yeah. Okay.
I bought it for him.
Okay.
That is a civil issue.
She thinks she's literally getting out. I mean, the name of the video is...
They're the ones that are going to release
Thinks she's going home later.
So I won't get that back. So, what's next?
They're going to come and swab your fingers.
No, I'm talking about, like, in the long run. Like, what do I need to, like, do I need to be doing something, or, like...
I can't tell you, like, what to do.
I mean, like, so, like, for... Like, I don't understand, like, I don't know if you guys are just gonna, like... I'm not admitting anything about being intentional, and like...
We told you everything that we have. You know everything that we know.
So after this, what?
Oh, my...
I'm done? In itself, for me to have to live with getting him out and doing what I did is punishment enough. Nonetheless, I have to live without him now.
Mm-hmm. His daughters, too.
Damn, 2
Are you
daughters?
trying to make it worse?
Sorry, what?
Are you trying to make it worse?
Making a comment. I mean,
CSI, that was there yesterday.
Forensics take her DNA and fingerprints. The investigators then return.
Okay, Sarah. So, you're not free to go. Okay.
This comment seriously puts Sarah on edge, but she still won't quite be fully aware of what's happening. This is coupled with the fact the investigators now try to get a solemn declaration out of her to close out the interrogation. The psychological dynamics of the moment are extraordinary.
Oh, do you promise everything you told us was the truth? Or no? Everything we've talked about today?
Yes. What do you mean?
The investigator explains that it's just protocol.
Do you promise and swear that everything we've talked about today has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
To the best of my knowledge.
Correct. Yes.
Why?
That's how
anytime
you
we talk
swear.
to somebody,
The male detective re-explains that it's just routine, only in a far more comforting tone. But the tone doesn't do a whole lot to reassure Sarah. She looks about ready to get swallowed up by a wormhole and take her chances in a separate dimension.
It's not a trick question.
To the best of my knowledge?
To the best of your knowledge.
Everything that you've told us today is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
Yes, but it was not intentional.
Okay.
All right, do me a favor, stand up. I need you to turn around, face the wall, put your hands behind your back. Do you have anything in your pockets that I should know about?
No. Why is this happening?
Because George is dead.
Not intentionally. So this was a trick. You read your rights. Why is this happening?
Because...
Before y'all said I could leave. So what am I supposed to do now? I had a sneaky suspicion this was going to happen. And I need water, like, really bad, please.
Bro, she always needs water.
You all check me down here.
An officer comes to take Sarah to the jail, but Sarah has questions first.
Those holding cells, am I going to be put in one of those?
I don't know.
Last time I had a panic attack.
Let them know that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Go ahead, stand up.
I have not.
So what am I going to do with my purse? What made you all decide to do this?
Made us decide to do this?
Uh-huh.
George is dead.
You guys, I knew this was going to happen.
Sarah was taken...
He goes, because he's dead.
...to the Orange County Jail at 5:44 p.m. She was charged with second-degree murder and held without bond, which, keep in mind, was in late February of 2020, just before the entire planet went into lockdown due to a pandemic. So Sarah must have had a real fun time getting acclimated to the new environment. She's been in the county jail since, with a trial date set for April 10th of this year. She's currently working with her 7th attorney. 6 have already filed motions to get the fuck out of there.
Yo, that was the best way to end it. Oh my God. That's gold. Yo. I mean, you know what's funny is earlier I was going to say, dude, I would hate to be her attorney. That's what I was going to say. 6 of them filed to get out. That's so funny, dude. Hey, JCS. Chat, let me get some W spammed up, man. JCS with a great ending to a great video, dude. They're 2 for 2 so far, okay? I haven't seen any other videos, so we're definitely going to go down the line and watch them all together, I would say. I love when I find a channel that has some gold content. So, hey, guys, thank you so much for watching. Or honestly, thank you so much for hanging out with me during these reaction videos and during this entire reaction segment. I really appreciate it.